they were made from using 4 animals: the wolf, which is the dog, the lemur, the snub-nosed monkey, and the pig. So that's why they literally have the skin of pigs. It's the same skin. So that's why that sun cook they shit if they don't get the sun. That's why in the 60s they was calling them pigs. You know what I'm saying? And then they get wet, they smell like dogs. But that's because they do, right? They literally got nah. You on the other hand, you ain't even got hair. This ether. That's why they didn't want us to grow it out. Now we waking up everybody growing it back out.
The planet Kai, peace, meaning positive energy always creates elevation. Out here in this nature, now I need to be in. Look. No cap, real rap, real niggas spitting in my Malcolm X voice. I'm yelling, fuck the opposition. Ain't talking about no BDs, GDs, Bloods, or no Crips. I'm talking about them people brought my people on the ships. Drug them across the water, putting drugs on our corners. While man wait on Jesus, they got man-made diseases. My YouTube was cracking till the CIA hacked it. They fear a young black guy waking up the masses. If you got a felony, then you can't buy a gun. But if you go to war, then your felonies get expunged. Labels say they sign me as long as I bite my tongue. But Martin Luther King and Huey Newton in my lungs. Satan on my soul trying to make me pick and choose. Rappers fake as Pikachu, boosting up their views. God with me, my people with me. So who gonna stop a nigga? And if you don't like my music or my message, then you know how to block a nigga. Burn your ass to the cross. All in the name of they Jesus. And y'all bitch ass wanna keep working for them, nigga. Wanna keep kissing their ass, nigga. You a disgrace to our whole motherfucking race. Like I told this police officer to live next bitch ass house nigga, I told his ass the same shit, nigga. Give a fuck if you got a badge, nigga. You black, nigga. You place the badge before your people? Well, you gonna die with that motherfucker, nigga. In honor, let him who has eyes see clearly. I shouldn't even have to break them numbers down if you in tune. In honor of William S. Kent. And if you don't know what the numbers mean, this ain't the live to be breaking it down. I want to stay focused on Black History Month. But the numbers are very powerful and important. And they did it for a reason. They are big on gematria and numerology. They don't pick dates for no reason. But it was named, Kent State University was named in honor of William S. Kent. His namesake, Marvin Kent. So we had to look up Marvin Kent, and there's a picture of Marvin Kent right there. Nobody in the Kent family gives a fuck about black people, though.
I ain't trying to hear shit. I ain't this ain't book up. Why they have got a black person say something? I'm trying to leave. You have to, bro. What asked you to leave? What got you to take shots? AJ, I'm a soul and spirit.
Record him. Y'all see this nigga? Y'all see him harassing us in the rising, right? Y'all see him harassing us, right? It's 8 o'clock in the rising. We being harassed by a racist cop, G. Look at folks' ass, bro. He just standing here with the, just standing here, bro. He just standing here for no reason, folks.
No, babe, just close the fucking door. Like, this is, yeah, we sovereign beings. We have not done nothing to violate our rights. So go about your fucking day. Go about your day.
I can call your boss right now. I have his number. Where that card at? Cause y'all be trying to do this shit all the time.
All the fucking time.
All the time.
And this is not like, come on now. Like, stop fucking harassing us. Go fucking
we being harassed, bro.
I don't even drive about half of the time.
He was only driving because I was asleep. Who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? We just trying to get over here. Mind our fucking business. Fucking go.
This is not my vehicle. This is her vehicle, bro. I'm sitting in the front.
Hey, just get over here, cause he wanna fucking keep doing this shit.
Just switch seats, bro. Just switch seats. Just switch seats.
I don't give a fuck who you need to identify. I'm telling you, we was only going from one place to the other. Just for the simple fact that your dumbass saw us come up in here. I was asleep. That's the only reason why he was driving.
He followed us. He followed us in
here. No, we're not supposed to fucking comply with no bullshit.
And it was just people sitting in their car.
Yo, what it is, people? We is back. Another down Keeper G News. And there y'all, I need y'all help. Y'all know every now and then, I come to y'all for help. A lot of times I got the answers, but sometimes I need the help of the people. So, I'm going to tell y'all how this all played out. Yesterday, I run across an article, and it was about a rapper slash activist slash cult leader. I'm like, whoa. Those not things you normally hear in the same sentence, right? And it was talking about how it was some people missing because of this cult. So I looked deep into the situation, right? And come to find out the guy is a guy by the name of Rashad Jamal. And when I went deep into his story, reading articles, going on the social media sites, I realized that this man has a very large following. For some reason, he slipped under my radar. And I also realized that he's currently incarcerated. Though they saying these women or these people just went missing recently, he's been incarcerated for almost a year. And the charge that he's incarcerated on is wild, man. We talking about charges on a minor. You understand? But I need your help. Because, like I say, it started off with me really ready to dive in his butt, because I ain't understand what was going on. But when I seen the outgrowing support that this man had and the large following that he got, I started wondering. Maybe it's something different because, listen, right? For people that don't know, it was a time when J. Edgar Hoover said this.
They are the greatest threat to the internal security of this country. We want to make it clear to black youth that if they want to be revolutionaries, they will be dead revolutionaries.
So what I'm trying to figure out is that what's going on with Rashad Jamal? Or is he in prison right where he need to be? Because we talking about messing with children. I ain't rocking with none of that. So in this video, that's what we're going to try to decide, y'all. Is Rashad Jamal guilty, or do he deserve to be in prison right now? Because a lot of people don't think he deserves to. Because the person who got him sitting on these charges is an ex-girlfriend or ex-wife that he got children with. And she said that he supposed to did something to his daughter, or her daughter. Black activist and founder of the University of Cosmic Intelligence, aka the UCI, Rashad Jamal White, has been incarcerated for almost a year now. Mr. White has helped many people in the pandemic better themselves and change their outlook on life. He stands for righteousness and speaks out against racism, pedophilia, sex trafficking, police brutality, and the corrupt justice system. He has had not a bond on any of these charges either. When he, his wife, and his daughters were on a family work trip, the U.S. Marshals raided his house. The same person who filed these false charges on him this time has 2 previous false reports against him. This brother's life and reputation is at stake. If he is not released to continue the work he's doing, the U.S. government will continue to treat its citizens and others wrong. We want to bring justice to Mr. White and national attention. Hashtag a true leader. So what I just read was a petition, y'all, that was written up on behalf of Rashad Jamal. Like I say, a lot of people feel like he was done dirty by the system. In this video, I'm going to let y'all hear from Rashad Jamal, because he's currently arrested, but he's still, giving his, I don't know what you want to call him, speeches, and, he still got his following. People are still supporting this man even behind bars. But they calling him a cult. That's what they call him. But I don't know if he's a cult or is it what we watched in the beginning. Is Rashad Jamal suffering from what J. Edgar Hoover said that we don't want no part of the United States ever again? Because he was speaking about the Black Panthers. And you heard what he said about youth revolutionizing. They wasn't rocking with it back then. Still today, it might be the same. So, like I say, the guy is a rapper slash activist slash cult leader. Their words, not mine. And when I looked into his rappers, I see he got a little bit of skills. He actually from out Chicago.
Descended from Mayan ruins. Larry Hoover's finest, the Malcolm X of the music. Ain't walking in your purpose, then while you walking, you're useless. Divine love, but you can call it cosmic Kama Sutra. 10 shots to my head, but you ain't even got no bread. He called me a black extremist, yeah, that boy the feds. How the fuck you woke? I call him locks, you call him dreads. When you was on the internet, I was in the feds. Chase the top down, woke the trenches up, so they mix truth with a rock now. And fuck the Pope, Queen Elizabeth, and every Rothschild. Sitting in the jungle with the lions with my locks out. Lil' four them got them Glocks out, and they might chase a cop down.
Rashad Jamal is originally from Chicago, moved down to the Atlanta area. And like I told y'all, he has a very large following on almost every social media platform. I'm talking about TikTok, Instagram, 200,000 plus on YouTube. Like, the man is doing numbers. Somehow, some way, he slipped under my radar. But when I went back and listened to him to do this video, I kind of agree with a lot of the things he's saying. So I don't know if he is legitimate or is he a false prophet, like they trying to make him out to be. So you watched in that earlier clip when he was talking to the police. I think he's one of them sovereign citizens. Y'all know I trip off of them. He was talking about the police, and in that situation, he actually ended up going to jail. Him and his passenger, because I think he didn't have a license and they had some other things going on. I don't understand what this sovereign citizen thing is about, but I know 99% of the times where they had these run-ins with the police and they talking about they ain't gotta abide by the laws and the rules, it never works. They always go to jail. We watched it with the guy Daryl, I think his last name Brooks. Y'all remember that case, if that's his name. I think I was one of the first ones that highlighted that case. That trial might be the trial of the century. I'm talking about, man, it was hilarious. To see that man to try to defend himself on them charges, knowing good and goddamn well that he ain't have a chance in hell because he ran over them people. It was just wild. Bro, Rashad Jamal spoke about how he was found guilty. I want y'all to listen to what he said.
Truck trying to run us off the road, you know, and then y'all come around and allege and put a case on me. You know what I'm saying? Then I get locked up and my bond gets denied. You feel me? My bond got denied on Malcolm X Solar Day, May 19th, 2022. My bond was denied. You accused me of a sexual allegation, right? But you denied my bond. But in the state of Georgia, the only bonds that can be denied is for murder or a heinous act. I wasn't even alleged of doing a heinous act. You feel me? So when my bond get denied, the lawyer that I hired, man, you know, because I consider him to be a black activist, was Gerald Griggs. You know, I trusted a friend, and I thought she was good people. And I end up, through her, hiring Gerald Griggs. You know, and the reason I hired him was to say, hey, this brother is a black guy. You know, he's the even though I know the NAACP is a bunch of house Negroes, I was trying to give him a different chance. I say, hey, you know what, I'm not going to put that stigma on everybody because everybody different. All black people not good and all white people not bad. I truly believe in it. It's not about your race or your pigmentation or what you believe in or your sexual preference. It's about your vibration and your intent for the planet. Either you are trying to build the planet up or you're trying to destroy the planet. Either you stand in righteousness or you stand for evil. Either you are high vibrational or you are low vibrational. There's no in between. So, you know, I hired Gerald Griggs, man. I get a man a chance, man. Man, go flat out of my bond hearing, man, and feed me to the sharks, man. We get up in there, he don't fight for me or nothing. So Gerald Griggs, who is the president of the NAACP in Georgia, is a house nigga. He's a house Negro. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? But he walk around with his suit and tie, and every time somebody dies in the Atlanta area, he want to jump on TV and act like he give a damn. But my thing is, why you didn't fight for Rashad Jamal, a black activist who's standing in righteousness on this planet, doing great things on the planet? You didn't fight for me. You know why? Because the very people that cut those checks for the people in the NAACP, I speak out against. So he didn't want to make mass for mass, so this man sells me out. And everybody that came to my bond hearing seen that, witnessed that. We had down to 200 people show up to my bond hearing, and I told everybody not to say nothing about it, so they didn't. They didn't. They didn't take the YouTube and say what really happened in my initial bond hearing. The racism, it was evident as day. If you charge me with a sexual allegation, but we get in the bond hearing and you don't mention nothing about the sexual allegation, you steady talking about what I teach on social media. And what I teach on social media is about true black history, about quantum physics, metaphysics, spiritual healing, crystal healing, geography, photography, real world history. You feel me? Real unity, real peace. You feel me? And real stand up and be willing to die for what you believe in type shit. So what the house Negro do? He want to make NASA look good, so he sells me out. I got the whole play because he a politician, right? So he want to keep his political face card looking good with these people. So he went on and sold me out. I got him off my case. Then I bring another lawyer in, T.J. Johnson, pay him $30,000. He keep the money. He turn around a month later and walk off my case July 2022, a few weeks before I was supposed to start trial, because I had a trial date for August 2022. Then I hired another lawyer. He walked, Henry something, I forgot his last name. But he walks off the case because he alleges that he's getting threats from people that follow me in the university. know me, I know this all bullshit though, right? Wow, I've never seen so many lawyers walk off the case. I end up hiring a foster firm, they take the case. Feel me? Now, keep in mind, the whole time I sat in here, man, I've got punched all upside my head with all type of lies and slander, man. It's ridiculous, man. All type of false information just surfacing and floating. You know what I'm saying? When I got arrested, all type of people came out. You got Fox News, you got Vice articles, you got all these so-called social media leaders with these platforms taking to their platforms talking shit about Rashad Jamal, right? But where was y'all at when Rashad Jamal was free? Y'all cowards, y'all ain't had shit to say when the guy was walking 10 toes freely. Everybody knew my case for a whole year. Nobody said shit to me. A motherfucker ain't touch me, threaten me, sneeze on me, breathe on me, think about threatening me, say nothing sideways, or even plot saying anything sideways out their mouth, their neck, their tonsils, their throat, no nothing. You get what I'm saying? And I get a
Rashad Jamal feels as though the system completely railroaded him. Sent him to trial in this county that he shouldn't have been in. Probably one of the most racist counties in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm sure. I mean, in the Georgia area, I'm sure there's a lot. And he was done dirty, man. Sentenced him to 18 years, 22 years on parole and probation afterwards. So he got 40 years before he's ever even out the justice system. That's wild to me. I never even knew they can give you that much time. I don't know what's going on in Atlanta, but that is insane to give somebody 22 years of probation after release. And the reason why he caught that time, because I think he got priors, you know, he got a criminal history. But for this guy to be able to establish this filing, that say he has some level of intelligence. And I'm going to keep it real. A lot of the things he say, I do agree with, you know. He's more on the revolutionary side, you know, power to the people. I can't get with the solving citizen part. I don't really know too much about that, but whenever it comes to uplifting black people, I'm with it. But you know, a lot of times this country is against it. You heard how they talked about it back then. Now, today they can't be as vocal, but deep down somewhere, you know, in the basement, they probably still feel the same way. And I'm going to reserve my judgment on this situation because I don't know which way to go. Like, I agree with some of the things that he say, but at the same time, when you hear the charges and what he was arrested for, we're talking about endangering a minor or something like that. Like, I can't really rock with that. But if you really pay attention to how it all happened, this was somebody he was dealing with. Put false charges on him before. But now, even while he locked up, they talking about some girls went missing.
Living in St. Louis vanished without a trace. Police say they joined an online cult before disappearing. Fox 2's Max Deeknight has the latest from the lead detective searching for answers and a mother's desperate plea.
I was trying to let them know that something was not right.
Cartisha Morgan says she is living her nightmare. She hasn't heard from her daughter, 25-year-old Michaela Wickerson, since she and 5 others, including her 3-year-old granddaughter, vanished from her daughter's Berkeley home in August. She says Michaela has been manipulated by an online cult led by Rashad Jamal, a self-proclaimed prophet with tens of thousands of followers. Jamal is currently serving an 18-year sentence in Georgia for child molestation. Morgan says before disappearing, her daughter cut off all communication with her family last March, quit her corporate job, and maxed out her credit cards.
Mental illness is real, manipulation is real. There are a lot of things that are going on out here, and we just need to be aware of it.
Everything's on the internet now, so why not have a cult on the internet?
Berkeley Police Major Steve Runge has been investigating the group's disappearance for the past 5 months. He helped search the abandoned rental home near Lambert Airport.
Neighbors reported seeing these people outside daily, worshiping the sun. If it was raining, they would come outside naked and run around the yard, run around the front yard, run around the backyard. They were digging up things in the yard.
Runge says the group believes in polygamy, is anti-government, and encourages going off the grid. But with no signs of these 6 people in months, their families now fear the worst. Morgan has advice for any parent who sees this story.
If you see something is off, please take measures to get help for them as quickly as possible, because I would have never imagined that I don't know where my daughter and granddaughter are right now.
Anyone with information about this group's disappearance is asked to contact Berkeley Police right away. In St. Louis, Max Deeknight, Fox 2 News.
This case in Rashad Jamal's situation sounds eerily similar to Charles Manson. If y'all familiar with that case, Charles Manson was involved in something similar where he had a following. He had a following of women. A couple of the women ended up murdering somebody. Charles Manson went to prison for it. Now, Rashad Jamal went to prison allegedly for something that he did. Didn't have anything to do with his crew. But 2 women in his crew was arrested for murder as well. I don't know how they connected that to the group or how they're saying how his name even came up in it. You feel me? Because they never really make no correlation other than the fact that these was known members of his coalition or allegiance or cult, like they like to call it. But I want y'all to listen to what defines a cult in the United States.
We look for 3 things to form the core, the nucleus of what a destructive cult would be. Number 1, is the leader the defining element and driving force of the group? And is the leader a dictator with no meaningful accountability? And has he or she become an object of worship? Second, does the leader manipulate people in identifiable ways that line up with coercive persuasion? In other words, is he gaslighting people? Is he manipulating them, isolating them from family and friends to control what they hear, what they see?
So is Rashad Jamal a cult leader, or is he just a man with influence? Do he know how to galvanize the people? You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to discredit nobody involved in this situation. I hope these girls or these people that's allegedly missing can find their way home. But we are dealing with grown folks. I ain't heard nothing about no juveniles. But if you listen to some of the things that they say he was doing as far as some of their practices, it is a little strange. They talking about standing outside in the middle of the day and, doing a lot of strange things. But at the end of the day, they grown and they able to make their own decisions. Now, if he's manipulating these people into doing something that they don't really want to do, sort of almost like mind control, he's wrong for that. He need to be punished. That is cult-like. But I don't know which way to go, so I'm not going to really give my judgment on if he's a cult leader or just a man of influence that got power and they came down after him, because we've seen this before. I cover a number of cases where people with influence go to prison strictly because of influence. Very little evidence. Now, I think it's ironic that this girl, his ex-wife or ex-girlfriend, whoever she is, I think he believes in polygamy, but she was able to put these charges on him after she filed 2 fake charges on him or fake police reports on him before. And for him to get the hammer placed down on him 18 years, it's a lot of years. But if he did the crime, you got to do the time. I feel like that wholehearted. But I want to know how y'all think about this, man. Like, what is he a cult? Straight up and down. Is Rashad Jamal a cult, or did he fall victim to how can we say this? Influence? I think that's probably the only word that really suits this situation. Did the government realize that he had something going on and he was building this following and they had to get rid of him? They don't like things or people that's bucking against the establishment. And whenever they see that, they see it closely and they're going to keep their eye on it. And before it get too big, they're going to take it down. But let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments. It's another day of Keep It G News. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Become a member of the channel like I always say. And I'm out.
Nigga can't do what I do. Y'all niggas can't copy me. Let's keep shit G. Let's keep shit G. Let's keep the shit G. Let's keep shit G. Let's keep shit G.